First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. No good from Money.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pass to Barrett. And just miss after miss right now.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Harden has a wide open look, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Well, the big man, Taj Gibson, pretty assist there.
Here's Money. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Dinwiddie outside. Now the pass to Money. Down to 5 on the shot clock. .30 seconds left in the first.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Barrett, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Now Barrett. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And so it's Brooklyn, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Substitution here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. James Harden, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Money subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Knicks also changing it up. Gibson comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And it's Burks in for R.J. Barrett. The Knicks have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Toppin. He's out there with Alec Burks. Taj Gibson is out there with Rivers. Here's Gibson to the paint. Here's Toppin. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
The Knicks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
Nice spin off the left rim and in. KD's got 21.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And there it is for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Money passes to Harden. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Quickly, Trying to get open is Gibson. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Here's Money. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Inside. And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, Kevin Durant, near impossible to guard in the pick and roll. In that instance, the quick cut off the screen, so pretty.
That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Money. Gibson with the steal. Up top, Burks. Guarded by Harris. Quickly. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Money. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Green is out there with Brown, and there's Money. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the Nets 5. 1:53 left here in the third quarter. Here's Money. Pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Brooklyn shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
That's good for Money. Knicks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. To the left wing, quickly. Misses the 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the shot is good for Money.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
They grab their own miss. Here's Toppin. And another shot. He lays it in. Toppin's got 8 points.
Yeah, a coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And the shot drops as they pick up 2 points from Money. 7 points in the game.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Rivers. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, January 15th of 2015. Provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
Both good from the line that time. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Money passes to Green. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brown against Barrett. Quickly hits the three-point bomb.
This is the court awareness that gives you great hope for R.J. Barrett. He's a scorer, but if he can complement that with passing, look out, folks.
And so it's Brooklyn, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Landry Shamet. And Money subbed in for Brown. And New York, looking at who they've got. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Alec Burks is out there with Elfrid Payton, and it's Robinson in at the center, locking down the middle.
Hey, right here.
Here's Money, covered by Payton. No good from Money. And so Payton will bring it up for New York. Trying to get open is Randall, and Payton throws it down.
Well, if you allow Elfrid Payton that close to the rim, his athleticism will finish it for him.
To the inside, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And the Knicks making a change here. Noel's checked in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Barrett. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Burks. And Smith subbed in for Payton. Here's Money, covered by Smith, to the middle, and stolen by Noel. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. And the dunk by Smith.
Such strong footwork from Dennis Smith Jr. I mean, what an advantage. He puts the defender off balance and gets into his shot. Nice.
Money passes to Claxton. Here's Ntilikina. He kicks it to Noel. Tries to save it. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the three.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
This is an area where Dennis Smith Jr. is working on, right? As the primary ball handler, you have to be able to make your free throws.
Here's Money, covered by Smith. No good from Money. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the Knicks miss again. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post. Offensive rebound, Nets. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. We have Kenny the Jet Smith, Trae Young, and so much more. So let's get started.
All right, Chris, before we get started, I need to ask you a question. Steph Curry or Larry Bird, who is the best shooter of the two?
Man, well, they call him Larry Legend for a reason, but I have to give the edge to Stephen Curry. He simply changed the game.
I definitely agree, and I pose that question and a few more to Kenny the Jet Smith, and in true Kenny fashion,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn. where there's never a dull moment. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the GA. It's all yours.
Kevin, thanks.
All right, thank you, David. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Myers Leonard. Then it's Robinson, and it's Hero in at the point. And for Brooklyn, Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Green, and it's Claxton in at the 5. And so it's checked in for Irving. Here's Hero, coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Butler at the elbow. Great tee that time from Green. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Great floor awareness there by Jimmy Butler, sensing one of his guys is open and gets it to him.
Here's Money. No good on the shot.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Butler, it's good. This game is all even.
That's the kind of muscle Butler has. Even when he gets hit on a drive, he finishes strong.
And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay a little extra motivation, fuel for the fire.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Inside, and Adebayo throws it down.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw good for Money. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Miami. Both free throws good for Money. Now Dragic. 9-point game his last outing. And there's the pass to Nunn. Dragic gets the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Indiana. Rejected by Dragic, and he gets it back. Here's Money. He's guarded by Dragic. Iguodala with the steal. And it's the Heat on the break. Iguodala's running. Kept alive. And Adebayo throws it down.
The confidence continuing to grow off the board. Adebayo takes it right back up.
Here's Money. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Money. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Claxton. He's guarded by Adebayo. Claxton with the bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Dragic. Guarded close. Good. Adebayo's got 10.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Money. He's guarded by Dragic. Adebayo against Green. 6 to shoot. The 19-foot shot, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Bradley with the ball. There's the triple. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Heat. They lead by 3. They'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. James Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. Dinwiddie is checked in for Bruce Brown. And Money subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The Heat also with the sub. Bradley's checked in. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Adebayo. Avery Bradley is out there with Dragic. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Iguodala in at the power forward position. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Thunder played an important role. He ended up with 8 points, and his assertiveness drew a lot of attention from the defense. He drew a good amount of fouls. And his contributions off the bench were huge. He was a real spark plug. Kevin, let's see if he can do it again.
Thanks, David. He took command, and Greg really led the fight for his team.
You like someone who's willing to take control, but then again, tonight could turn out to be a different story.
Whether he's scoring, facilitating, hitting the glass, his focus is just to provide whatever they need for the win.
And it's Dragic with the ball for Miami. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Down low, Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And he makes that one. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back in fourth start, that's for sure.
Miami's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Here's Adebayo. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Adebayo's got 16 points.
Bam is cooking right now. Once he flips this switch, he's tough to slow down.
And that one's good. Green. And the Nets lead by 1.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this and a new group in for the Nets. Luwawu is checked in for Green. Landry Shamet comes in for Joe Harris. Brown is checked in for James Harden. And Money subbed in for Irving. Then for the Heat, Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Bradley comes in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Hero. We've got Money. Landry Shamet is out there with Luwawu. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Leonard.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Money. To the paint. Count it. 1:09 left in the third quarter. Butler on the wing. And they double up Butler. And here's Bradley from 3. No good on that one. And for Brooklyn, their shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Shamet, the pass to Money for the lead, and it's blocked by Bradley.
Well, we know he can get up. Avery Bradley making a great defensive play.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, they've had a few more turnovers in this one.
So for the Nets, Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Landry Shamet. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Butler. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Yep, it counts. And so it's Brooklyn with it. The lead is 2.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And stolen by Harris. No good that time. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Nets out in front as they end the third quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be. Where his man can do something with it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for the Heat, Robinson is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's none in at the shooting guard position.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Dinwiddie attacking, and the shot goes in. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Bounce pass, Dragic. Here's Adebayo. Got a piece of it. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Count that bucket. And now a 6-point Nets lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Miami. So for the Nets, James Harden. Here is Harden. Inside, here's Money. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 6 points for Money.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 6. 1:46 left in the game. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's Leonard in for Tyler Hero. Nets leading by 4. Here's Money. Passes it to Claxton. Here's Money. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Green gets it to go.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
To the middle, here's Dragic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Wow, look at the confidence of Goran Dragic, putting the team on his back.
Harden kicks to Harris. To the paint, here's Money. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
That free throw good for Money. The Heat trail by 8. Works it up for Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
He's a dynamic scorer, but Jimmy Butler showing the ability to make plays for others.
Harris passes to Money. To Claxton. Here's Money. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the clock. From deep, Harden. And the Nets, another 3.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball. And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Robinson dishes to Dragic. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Not really a long-range shooter, but Goran Dragic must be a priority for the defense on that play.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 7. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Seconds left in the fourth, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Robinson kicks to Adebayo. Butler from outside. Can't connect.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his game.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Longtime 2K family member, Kenny the Jet Smith. The last time we talked to you was back in LA. What have you been up to since then?
Playing a lot of 2K21. That's first. You know, in the pandemic, that's been the game of choice, without question in the household.
So tell me how the season's going so far for you. I'm pretty stoked that we even have an NBA season.
Exactly. I think happy that we have an NBA season. And you think about, you know, we only got the first 36 games. But in those first 36 games, it's interesting because for the first time, we're seeing back-to-back home games with teams play. So the schedule really dictates how good you are early. So let's say if you're playing in Los Angeles, you got the Lakers back-to-back, the Clippers back-to-back, and then you go to Utah and play back-to-back. You could be 0-6 and still be a good team. There's a lot of things and variables this year that everyone has to pay attention to.
What has surprised you most about the season so far?
The fact that we're running smoothly. You know, I knew that there would be games that would be missed, but in generality, you know, there's not been long gaps where teams have not been playing. I thought with travel,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Jrue Holiday is in his 8th season with the Pelicans. He said, "I've been here the longest with the possible exception of the security guard. There was a ball boy who was here before me, but now he's one of our coaches." Kevin, he's still all in and trying to help the Big Easy get back to the playoffs.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, we got Harris. Also Green out there. And it's Harden in at the 2. Here
we go.
And so group substitution here for Brooklyn. Luwawu is checked in for Green. Landry Shamet comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. And Money subbed in for Dinwiddie. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Zeller, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. DJ Wilson comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Shumpert in there for Jrue Holiday.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Here's Money. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia. Luwawu, the pass to Claxton. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Middleton after the basket by Brooklyn. The baseline J off the mark.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Brown trying to free himself up. No good from Money.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Here's Money. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Middleton looking it over. Out to the wing. Here's Forbes. Offline with his three. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say earlier.
Definitely getting slowed down a lot for me. I'm able to know where my teammates going to be. I'm able to get to my...
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Rosen out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Holiday in at the point. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Sixers really had a big game. He finished with 14 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. A surprise attack from a guy who's typically viewed as a role player. We'll see if he can continue to play a larger role in tonight's game.
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. Joe Harris comes in for Landry Shamet. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident shooting the ball with great. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Money's checked in for Brooklyn. Fade away. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Holiday with it. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Jordan, the pass to Holiday. Jordan against Dinwiddie. For 3. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
Boy, Jordan still going up. Man, he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
Count it, good. Dinwiddie's got 9.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can. Rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Middleton can't get it to go. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They host the 76ers after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got his 7th assist in the game. Here's Money, guarded by Holiday. Inside, here's Claxton. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Claxton's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. Milwaukee in the lead. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 20.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
Money passes to Claxton. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Money. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the first one drops. And a new group in for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Landry Shamet's checked in for James Harden. And it's Brown in for Dinwiddie. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Zeller, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And that one's good from Connaughton.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Nets trail by 7. Here's Money. 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. For Brooklyn, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. That free throw good for money. Milwaukee making a switch here. Second free throw, no good. Fast break, Milwaukee. 1 second left. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas.
Changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Money comes in for Landry Shamet. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Johnson. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Holiday comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Cody Zeller. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. Nets trail by 7. Here's Claxton. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside Holiday. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Giannis. And again, the Bucks miss. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Outside, Green. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Joe Harris is checked in for Brown. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 9 assists now tonight. To the inside. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 14 points here in the second half.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Green against Antetokounmpo to the middle. Zeller makes it off the glass. Zeller's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Bucks.
Boy, like most guys, a comfort zone inside for Zeller. The closer he is, the more effective he is.
Here's Money, and it's blocked. And here is DiVincenzo. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Money passes to Green. Misses from close range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Outside Holiday. Stripped away. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Augustine passes to Money. Kicks to Green. Passes to Money. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's Harris. Money passes to Green. And the Nets miss again.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Money passes to Green. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Money. Shot to stop the run, and he sinks the layup.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
DiVincenzo with it. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
To see that when it happens.
All right, we've got some quick fire picks for you. Who is better? Let's start with shooters. Larry Bird versus Steph Curry. Who you got?
That's tough. But my choice for the best shooter in the history of basketball is Larry Bird. I know Steph is right now the vogue pick, but I think Larry Bird in key moments can get his shot off easier because he's 6'10".
The week is starting off right. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Harrell's in at the center. And for the Nets, they've got Joe Harris. And a new group in for the Nets. Luwawu is checked in for Green. Landry Shamet comes in for Joe Harris. Brown is checked in for James Harden. And Money subbed in for Dinwiddie. And then for the Lakers, Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Brown the pass to Money. Pass to Luwawu. 1:27 left here in the opening quarter.
Got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Here's Money. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia. And that one is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
To the paint. Here's Davis. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Here's Money. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Gasol with the steal. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Kuzma. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Nets leading by 4. Shamet with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the pass to Money. Lets the 3 fly. And that one's good. Shamet.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. But we've got a lot of game left to play.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to us before.
Biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defense.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
They're just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend the energy.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, they've got Morris. Also, Marc Gasol is up. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Caruso in at the 1. Kuzma left side, shoots over Shamet, and again, no good by the Lakers.
Now with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Nets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Green, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. James Harden, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Johnson. The Lakers also making some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Money passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Money. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Harden. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
LeBron is doubled. Pass to Harrell. To the wing right side. Harris against Schroeder. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Harden against LeBron. And the basket by Harden.
A determined scorer in the face of tight defense. I mean, it only brings out the best in Harden.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, money in the last outing against the 76ers was definitely a factor. He finished with 14 points and drained a few from downtown. He was difficult to contain in that one, and his performance off the bench was impactful. Let's see if he can do that again tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
Yeah, and hopefully he doesn't
And a close game so far through the first two quarters. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even. Money's checked in for Dinwiddie. Markieff Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Timeout called the Nets.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. It's now much more of a face-up play.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the three, facing up and letting him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
Money out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. Then it's Green, and it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And see where Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. Tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Harden, no good. Lakers leading by 8. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Caldwell-Pope the bounce pass. Morris kicks to James. Over Harris. Another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Davis gets to the line a whole lot. And people don't talk about it, but he's an excellent foul shooter, about 80% most seasons.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Jeff Green.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Down low, here's Harris. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
Back to James. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Harden kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. And good that time.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Caruso, the pass to LeBron. Passes it to Morris. Davis, that's for 2. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Nets trail by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Davis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Harden, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he...
James outside. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And James throws it down hard.
Oh, come on. James has made plenty of these shots during his career. He embraces the pressure.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Harold. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol at the 5 roaming the paint.
This is why you can trust Harden to run your offense. He's fantastic at realizing in addition.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 3. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this game.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Harden draws the double. Here's Money. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. He gets it in there. And the Nets lead by 3.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Harris. Here's Harden. Harden with the stuff.
As if there was any question, Harden with the big-time play.
Lakers trail by 5. And here's Schroeder. Pass to James. He feeds it to Gasol. And it's in there.
Gasol does not want to let this game get away from them. I mean, huge bucket from the big fella.
Harden against Caldwell-Pope. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Got to practice that one a little bit more. I think Coach will have some words for him at the next break.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
Oh, man, what a time to turn it over. If this game doesn't go their way, we're going to look back on that one.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Back to Harden. And Gasol sends it back.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Oh, you're right. Time is of the essence. You got to move.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Timeout called, the Nets. They lead by 1. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
The night Harden put up 60 points and had a triple-double. That was so amazing. I got to mention that's incredible.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, they have a little time to work with. The most important thing is to make whatever you take.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Nets on defense. They've led by as much as 10. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Oh, you got to just have the sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
They get the rebound from deep 3-point range. No good that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K.